Hi, my name is Brittany McGillivray, and I am going to be showing you how to make a wire-wrapped eye loop for linking jewelry pieces. In particular, if you would like to do jewelry linking like this for necklaces or in some of your earring pieces. The eye loop is a very basic technique. It is kind of the foundation for wire wrapping, so it's one that you will use a lot and should practice so that you do get it down well. What you're going to need today is some type of gauge of wire. I like to use 22 gauge because it is still fairly malleable but holds its shape. Whatever beads you would like to be working with, I'm working with lavender quartz. And then your basic tools, you will need your needle nose pliers and your clippers in particular. So let's get started. This is an example of a piece of jewelry that has been put together all by the wire wrapping and linking using the eye loop. Each individual piece has been linked together, and this is using sterling silver wire, again the 22 gauge. For these projects that you're just starting out on, I would recommend using copper or brass wire, just because it doesn't cost as much as, say, sterling silver, and that way you can get a lot of practice in without spending a lot of money. So your first step, you're going to cut a piece of wire that will be sufficient for your bead. This bead here is a little over, I'd say ½ an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and slide it on just so I can judge. And then I'm probably going to give it about 1 inch on each side and then go ahead and clip, and that's the wire that we're going to be working with. So the next step is going to be taking the piece of wire that we cut for our bead and just basically using our needle nose pliers. What we're going to do is create a 90-degree angle. So you basically just go ahead and bend, and there we go. We've got that nice 90-degree angle, and that's going to be the base of our loop. So we then take the pliers again and go out maybe 1/4 of an inch, and then begin to use the curve in the pliers to help create your loop. There we have half of the loop. And then go ahead and take the needle nose pliers, use them kind of as a bracing, and go ahead and pull the piece of wire around so that we have the loop with the little tail end sticking out. So just to secure this, what we're going to do is obviously go around and wrap this piece of wire. And I like to wrap it a couple of times just to make sure that it's really secure. And any excess wire, if you feel like you've got too much there on the end, you can go ahead and clip it. So I'll go ahead, use my clippers, snip off a little piece of it, and then using another pair of pliers, what I'm going to do is secure that piece around. Just kind of tuck it underneath. And there we go. There's our basic eye loop for wire wrapping jewelry. So next step, obviously we need to finish this off. We're going to slide our bead onto the piece. There we've got one end done. So we just need to go ahead and do the exact same couple of steps to close this off. We're going to go ahead and make our right angle, create the loop, wrap it around, and then use that excess wire to wrap it up. And again, if you have any excess, go ahead and clip that off. If not, go ahead and tuck the little piece in with your other set of pliers. And there we have got one individual link. For whatever project you want to do, this is going to start a necklace for me. So basically, my next one, I will create the loop, go ahead and connect it through one of these ends, and then just go from there. So that's it. That is the basic technique for creating an eye loop when you're using wire wrapping in your jewelry. It is, again, a very basic technique, and you will come across many times where you will be able to use it. So get to practice in, and again, I recommend that you use copper or brass wire first. That way, if you make mistakes, you're not using something like sterling silver that's a little bit more expensive. So I hope that this was informative, and check back here for more jewelry making tips. Thanks so much.